Hi, and welcome to my whiskey. Wait, hold on a second. Merry Christmas, and welcome to my whiskey den. I'm down here today, just taking a step away from everyone to get a chance to, sample a little of my new J. Henry and Son 10th anniversary limited edition bottling. It's like I was saying, I'm pulling myself away from my family for a couple minutes. I'm sure you are taking a step back to take a look in at this. So we appreciate that. We want to cheers you and say Merry Christmas to everyone out there. We'll start it off that way. Hope you got all the presents you were planning on getting, and if not, the day's not over yet. Day's not over yet. You still might get some type of surprise in the mail. Don't know. Thinking maybe. Oh, I'm cheating. But first off, cheers to everyone out there. Ooh, that was cheating. And it tastes good. So, today, we're going to have a sip of the J. Henry and Son 10-year anniversary blend. Came out this fall. Cask strength at 63.28%. I got bottled 935 out of 1200. This is the standard kind of blend of the release. Numbers down here. They use the Heirloom Red Corn that they had to get the okay to actually produce from UW-Madison. It was a red corn. So all kind of the same mash bill that goes into all the rest of them have gone into what we have here. It was blended between 5 and 9-year-old barrels by Joe Jr. and Nancy Fraley. They did it solely themselves, just to kind of make kind of a nice statement with just the two of them. And it was, just from that first taste, they did a very good job. But I've been looking forward to break this open. Obviously, I opened it up a little bit, but that was because we sent a couple samples out into the world so other people could taste it too. But since it's Christmas, I'm going to come back to it and actually give a vaguely proper review as for everyone who's drinking whiskey this early in the morning. So, right off the bat there, I'm getting, even from this distance, chocolate and cherries, a very, very small little bit of apple behind the cherries. Yeah, real slight apple, maybe a slight, there's another little bit lighter sugary note on the inside there. Caramel, definitely, I'd say caramel over butterscotch. Sorry, I didn't mean to start off out of nowhere, but I'm trying to grab the flavors. And I'm going to say a caramel. There's like a vanilla flavor in there as well too. Not so much, but it is. It's like the caramel is like a creamier caramel. Almost like there's like a little light sugar coating, but the main flavor I'm getting out of this is definitely dark chocolate, which then a little, and the cherries behind it. But the dark chocolate I haven't really gotten it on many of the other selections I've had from them, between like the 7 and the 5-year and the Bellefontaine. Like it might have been in there a little bit, but this is very heavy with it. So that's pretty interesting considering it's all the same mash bill. They've definitely layered up the complexity on the nose, or at least a different profile to it. Yeah, it almost smells a little scotchy. But I don't know. All right, we'll jump into it. Cheers, everyone. Okay. About 2/3 of the way in, you do get kind of this heat. It's not like it's like an alcohol burn, but you get the heat feeling where you can tell it's starting to go downhill. But at 60 some percent, it's definitely, it doesn't taste like an alcohol burn. It just feels like you're getting that alcohol warmth or heat up like you'd want in cold weather. So, but dark chocolate on the front end, that was still there. Cherries obviously were there. There was vanilla, the butterscotch, caramel. Flavor was in there as well too. It was just kind of that first drink of the day. That little bit of heat kind of caught me on that one, and I do feel warmer, and it is cold outside, so I'm okay with that. Like I said, it wasn't like a punchy alcohol take me. It was just kind of like, oh, this is the first drink of the day. Okay. A little bit of wood note towards the end. Definitely, that's what's sticking around. It's starting to dry out a little bit now. But a nice wood finish. And then you start then you start getting a little bit of flavor back, because it was kind of got like that hot part going down your tongue. So it's like it kind of unthaws a little bit. You start picking up other flavors again. That's really interesting. I like that, because it's almost like as your tongue's kind of like coming back, it's pulling back like different flavors as it's like getting a little more air or maybe wetness back to it. That's really kind of neat. Flavor wise, all those big ones I mentioned, and almost maybe even like a dark fruit in there too. You could say maybe like a plum, but I think it's still that rich chocolate, and having a little bit of sweetness over the top of it. This, like I said, I hadn't really gotten a big chocolate vibe on any of the other ones, so how they blended these ones together, this is really, really something special, I think. And I can tell it's only like once a year, but it is worth it with that type of flavor profile and complexity, because it's all rich. None of it's really overpowering, but they do kind of wave, like, kind of like flows into the next one and bumps it out of the way, where it doesn't like crash through or disintegrate, but there is like a wave that pushes through, and I could almost taste different things at the tip of my tongue rather than the back of my tongue, which was pretty cool, because it was almost like a caramely, little bit of flavor on the front of my tongue, and then I was getting even like a little bit of oak and wood spice on the back at the same time. So cheers to everyone there at J. Henry. That was a really, really wonderful whiskey. I'm glad I had it for Christmas today. And see, this is what I didn't want to have happen. Got it. And then I'll also have some on Christmas again. Obviously, if you can go get a bottle of this, go pick it up. But I already know it's in short supply or non-existent at this point, so it's kind of like one of those ones that if you get lucky getting it, fantastic. If you find the right people, share it with them. But I felt I kind of lost out on when Wollersheim came out with their 4-year bottled in bond. I didn't get that one, but you get as many as you can when you can get them, and you just gotta accept it. But it's neat to kind of have a specialty bottle from a distillery that's been around for a while. So it's nice to have those, especially when they turn out like this. So we're waiting until well, not next year. We're thinking that there will be maybe a Christmas Eve stream, and if there is one, we want you to start thinking about stuff now, i.e. the top 5 whiskeys that you drank this year. They don't have to be the most expensive whiskeys. They can be super expensive. they can be, if you found something that was amazing, that was at least a liquor that you would put on the list. Like I've heard some people sneak an Armagnac into the talk, and from what I can understand, it's well worth it. So, I mean, if you found some along those lines, what are the top 5 things you found this year that impressed you and that you would recommend to other people? So, we're thinking about doing that, and obviously, you know, having a few drinks. Maybe we'll be pulling people in and out of the live stream so that they can be given their, you know, 15-20 minutes to go over their top 5 and argue why. Hopefully it doesn't get heated. Maybe someone will have to change their list. I hope not, but maybe. You never know. I've seen people talked out of a list or putting something on it every now and then, and it's neat to see how the mind works when you start getting influenced by other people and their thoughts on a list. So that's what I think we're probably going to be doing. We just have to pick a day. So once we get the day nailed down, we'll let you guys know. We'll get you guys a time block we're looking at. That way you can stop in, we can spend some time together and just have some good chat about whiskey and what's going on for the next year, and as far as excitement and things to go do, because I think that's going to be a big thing in the next year, is we're going to try to go do some more stuff in the whiskey world. So on that note, we want to let you know, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. For everyone that's here, we can't say enough good things about people that stop in and people we go to watch for other channels. Just look at the little subscriber thing that I do. Everyone on there is worth stopping in to take a look at. We'll probably hit some of the important things about whiskey that you may miss from other ones, because not everyone's everybody's style, but they all got a lot of good information. So, from my den to yours, remember, it's not the size of the den that matters. It's the love of the whiskey. Cheers. Oh yeah, wait. Like, subscribe, make a comment. What are your top 5 whiskeys? If you're not going to make it that day, well, at least pop them up on the screen and we can discuss them then. So, we'll have to do it one last time. Remember, it's not the size of the den that matters. It's the love of the whiskey. Cheers, folks. Happy holidays. Stay safe.